Dobra, strymyk jeszcze raz odpalony. Lawendowe tło piękne jest, obecne. Czy to jest aktualny, czy to jest stary? Bo ja chcę dobrego linka już podesłać. Dobra, to jest nowy. No, a jeszcze raz muszę czat odpalić. Problemy, problemy, problemy. Chcesz dobrze, wychodzi źle. Tyk. Jeszcze potrzebuję z Edge'a, żeby widzieć Violę. Bo nie wiem, czemu jej nie widzę normalnie. Still. Dalej się to kurwa nie naprawiło. A tylko było mi, jakby się czat tutaj kurde ogarnął. Na tym Edge'u. Dobra, zaraz to ogarnę po prostu chyba. Się to ogarnie. Bo jest kuźwa zlagowany. O, kontynuuj, tak? Ale już teraz powinno być wszystko dobrze. Gimme day. O. Już możemy też pogadać z tą Jade. Dobra, już widzę czat. Zajebiście. O, cyk. Wydziel okno, cyk. I jeszcze raz puszczę. Kopiuj Discord. Usuń tą wiadomość, tak. Dobra, teraz już powinno być. No i znowu zaś ukradłeś pierwszego posta. No. 2 razy w ciągu jednego dnia, to już idzie na world record. Dobra, jeśli teraz będą klatki dalej, to już nie wiem. Jedną opcję zmienisz i już się wszystko pierdzieli. Dobra, pogadajmy z tą Jade, bo się już ten... Odnowił quest do niej. Bo gdzie ona kuźwa jest? O! Tu jest. Robi moonwalka.
We should keep moving.
O, cały czas patrzę za niby tymi perkami do odblokowania do nich, ale nic takiego nie widzę, więc...
Already know more than I'm pleased with. Look, Dova. You seem like a decent person, but I'm not here to make friends. You heroes aren't exactly my type. Then again, I doubt you're as noble as the tales suggest. Tell you what, keep trying. Maybe I'll make an exception. Fine. Since you're so indecently persistent, what do you want to know? My, aren't you direct? Don't get attached. There's nothing more grotesque than a woman who catches feelings. That, and I suppose I'm a bit of a sucker for nimble flirtations. The cheesier the better.
Okej.
Aside from killing people? That's tough. I guess whenever I'm back at the sanctuary, I enjoy the odd bit of meditation. Not the unadulterated way Sir Roland does it. My meditation is enhanced. I fill the air with white Theramis, an incense that embellishes the senses of relaxation and fulfillment. It's a difficult stimulant to acquire. Had I known my trip would be delayed, I'd have packed a few extra sticks. Do I strike you as the kind of girl who cares? At least we're on the same page. Not as well as the other members of the sanctuary, but I have the basics down. The main trouble comes from acquiring its ingredients. Once you have them, you can't go wrong. If you say so, how do you want your share of the reward? Not a problem.
Po to mi te seashellki w sumie. Chociaż mogę wziąć te seashellki.
You said once that you were a member of the Brotherhood.
Taki.
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Nie przemyślałem tego.
Slow down there, perfectionist. One dramatic revelation at a time. Still on about that? Look, I get why you care for them. You have a good dynamic going. If you end up despising me for what I have to do, well, I won't blame you. You know I can't. A grieving widow, last name of Servius. The crew member I have to silence set events in motion that killed her husband. The Black Sacrament was performed as a means of justice. This companion of yours isn't innocent, for what it's worth. The terms of the contract prohibit me. I have to spend a certain amount of time with this person, get to know and understand them. It's a part of my corrective training, a final test of loyalty, if you will. I've said it before. It doesn't matter what I want. I'm a member of the Brotherhood, not some soldier of fortune. I can't pick and choose. If I could, This isn't the first contract I'll regret. And it won't be the last. A father of 3 who owned a farm north of Shadenhall. His wife had passed to Whitbane the winter before I arrived. I went undercover for months as a farmhand to earn the Brotherhood's bonus. I learned more than I needed to about the family. Their hobbies, hopes, dreams, ambitions, and the love and trust they shared for each other. The same trust they would later extend to me. And I had to be the one to take it all away. The time came, I made the kill. That would have been the end of it if his daughter hadn't been standing across the hall. The look in her eyes when I slit his throat. It wasn't anger. It wasn't fear. I can't describe it. But I've witnessed that expression too many times. The Guild is who I am, who I've always been. I was a malnourished beggar's girl before the Brotherhood found me. I owe them everything. And if I fail this contract, I'll lose it all. The farmer was just the first. I have a history of getting attached to my victims, and after that incident, sparing them. My sanctuary's taken notice. If I let it happen again, I've been instructed not to return. I'm honestly not sure why I'm telling you this. It's only going to make it worse. Look, this was a mistake. Forget I said anything.
Ale bez kitu, jak ja bym się na jakiegoś dungeona przyszedł, coś kurde poubijał. Naprawdę, ten mod nie zna balansu między rozmową a akcją.
I'm right behind you.
To jest tak, że to mogę sobie stać w jednym miejscu i sobie po prostu gadać. Przeklikiwać to.
Spare a moment? I've given some thought to what you said earlier, and... well, perhaps divulgence is the best way forward. There's a place I'd like to discuss this. I'll mark your map. We can head there whenever you're able.
Dobra, to możemy iść. Czy ja znowu mam iść kuźwa? Czy ja mam iść znowu kuźwa tą drogą na szczyt tej góry? Naprawdę. Przynajmniej tak na razie rozumiem. Dobra, wiecie co, pogadajmy jeszcze z tą Dremorum.
You have need of me, sire.
A, chyba kliknąłem w tym. I'm glad you are here. O.
As much as I enjoy killing these incompetent mortals for you, master, I can't help but feel my skills as a Kainval are wasted here. The third rank in the hierarchy of the Kain, or Dremora, as you coarse mortals call us. Kainval are warriors that have distinguished themselves above the rest, demonstrating the capability to become the future leader of their clan. I would be the head of my clan right now, were I not stabbed in the back by one of my own caitiffs. The Kain are a race that value loyalty to their clan and lord above life itself. Treachery and deception are unheard of among our ranks. And yet here I am, servant to a mortal master. Master, it is not that simple. I am assigned to your company until you fulfill your destiny. I cannot depart before the terms of my commission are satisfactory. No, my lord. Quite the opposite. Our time spent curing mortals of their petty lives has been most enjoyable. It's just... I was to be head of my clan, and Erenkir now holds that title instead. Curses the seas with a name once more! Poison! He knew he couldn't defeat me without an advantage. The disgrace...
Od kiedy Dremory da się zatruć?
After dishonorably sabotaging my body. He spat in the face of all we Kain hold dear. No, my honor is tainted. I've accepted...
Znaczy, jakby nie patrzeć, to są stworzenia stworzone przez Dedry, więc myślę, że one powinny być odporne na takie rzeczy.
Some silver-tongued serpent. If I'm ever to return, I will drag Erenkir's unworthy carcass to the...
Jeśli leśne elfy mają naturalną odporność, to myślę, że chyba Dremory też powinny mieć naturalną odporność na choroby i trucizny.
But I tire of talking up the unattainable. There are many skulls left to shatter. We shouldn't keep them waiting. Chaos and destruction. A helmet, my lord. Sure, we can talk later.
Dobra, podejrzewam, że musimy znowu się tam na ten szczyt wdrapać. Oj, jeny. Ile razy ja tam muszę wchodzić? To jest naprawdę jak na wysoki Hrodgar. Ale ktoś miał naturalną odporność na truciznę chyba. Albo Argonianie mieli? Dobra, daleki teleport, daleki. Podejrzewam, że to nie jest ta sama droga, idę tutaj trochę na darmo, ale no dobra. Auć. Muszę go zabrać na szczyt tej góry Andor. Czy chodzi o tą drogę? Jop. Po raz piąty tu włażę. Idziecie to kuźwa, czy nie idziecie? No dosłownie, gdzie on kurwa jest? Jest Jade i jest Zawok. A ten Kai się zgubił.
I made this check years ago
Halleluja.
during trying time. Go ahead and take a seat. Just try. I made this check years ago during trying time. Sure.
No ale szybciej, gościu. Ciekawe by tak rzucić fuz Rodana im teraz są tak... Czy to byłby quest failed? No kur... ile tu będzie się tutaj w luku? Pójdźżesz. Bo ja nie wiem, czy mam się z lewej, z prawej. Czy macie popchnąć, kurwa, nie wiem.
It's strange.
Roda!
The last few years believing that time alone would heal these wounds. But I suppose there must be more to it than that. There isn't enough time in a lifespan to ease this guilt. You didn't see all of it. In the aftermath of the raid that stole my wife, niece, and unborn child, I was so focused on my own grief that I neglected my brothers. He took his own life in the months that followed, right when I thought there was nothing left to lose. Maybe I could have saved him. Maybe not. But I couldn't help but feel responsible for missing the opportunity to try. That, of everything, I've never been able to live down. You stand to lose a lot.
A podoba mi się akurat jak kamera tutaj działa przy tym siedzeniu.
You never lose yourself. My charm was the first to slip away. Ambition followed, then appetite and decency. I felt like I'd become a burden on what few friends I hadn't pushed away. At times, I seemed to be living someone else's life, as if my ability to take control of my own actions had been suppressed. Like fate had taken a firm grip and maneuvered me to its every whim. I isolated myself from my peers, and eventually found my way up here, staring into the very same molten flame we see today. I often wonder if that was an act of courage or cowardice. I was afraid of dying, but I was equally afraid of living. Some days the answer is clear. Others, it's like a thick fog that engulfs the coast. I hoped by joining your crew and helping the people here, I would give my life some sort of meaning. A cause that would make the suffering mean something. Still, I find myself troubled by a single thought. If I am fated to feel this way forever, is that even a life worth living? I suppose that's true enough. It's just difficult to picture an end to this storm. Thanks for hearing me out, Dova. It meant more than you realize.
Dobra, z tym pogadane, to teraz chodźmy do naszego tutaj podwodnego.
You have need of me, sire. My lord, I know it isn't my place, but can I ask you something? I've thought of a way to take vengeance on the one who stole my future. All I ask is that you unsummon me. That is problematic. Perhaps the Blue Hack can offer some assistance. If anyone in your company knows how to unsummon Daedra, it must be her. Thank you, Master.
Znaczy się, tak właściwie to ja chyba mam nawet spela na to, ale... Przywołanie, przyzwij... Wydawało mi się, że ja mam coś takiego. Że miałem odwołanie Daedra, albo coś w tym guście, albo przepędzenie? Dobra, wróćmy na nasz statek. Mamy Stią i powrócić do Wardena. Nie wiem, przeklikałbym ich wszystkich, kurde, pod względem ich fabułki, a potem poszedł z główną fabułą tego Wardena of the Coast po prostu. Po coś się, że ja będę tutaj siedział 3 streamy na samym przeklikiwaniu ich. Jakby oni mają naprawdę fajne historie, się fajnie słucha, tylko kurwa, no to tak... Nie widzę problemu, żeby... Nie widziałbym szczerze problemu, żeby te historie były opowiadane w trakcie robienia jakichś dłuższych dungeonów.
I still can't believe you. A Dremora on our ship. Have you no sense at all? Oh, well, that's encouraging. You realize they are trained from birth to bring death and destruction upon every living mortal, right? What part of that suggests they'd make a good companion? And you believe that? He's a Daedra for the love of Stendar. He's using you for... something. He has to be. If you have to keep him around, then fine. But he should know his place. If he leaves his room unaccompanied, death. If he makes a threat to any crew members, death. If he draws his weapon on the ship, death. This is a Daedra. He's a major threat to each of us. We cannot afford leniency. At least someone here has a fraction of sense. Tolerate him if you must, but he's not to be trusted. What about that demonic butcher? I'd rather not speak of him anymore.
Obronor.
As much as I'm tempted to jump at the opportunity. Why? I can't tell if that's an attempt at humor or a display of senseless optimism. Either way, I'm impressed. What makes you think I'll help him? as much as I dislike aiding the Daedra, if it's to kill one of their own, then who am I to stand in the way? Here's the spell tome. It won't work on just any Daedra. You'll need to bind your pet to it first. For that, you'll need my expertise. Whenever you're ready to perform this custom, let me know. Yep.
Właśnie, muszę najpierw tego nauczyć chyba. Summon Daedra, okej. Jest. Ty, Katria, gdzie ty idziesz?
Jade left a note in her quarters. I think it's for you. Hasn't been for some time.
Okej. Teraz kurwa, gdzie ona poszła? Tu jesteś, nie uciekaj mi.
Yes? We'll need to go outside for this.
Okej. A tak myślałem, też pogadamy z nią jeszcze.
I try my best not to. Abominations rarely
Muszę, że nie mam zaklęcia chyba światła.
The vigil must display similar
To
diligence.
jest ciemno jak... Ja sam nic nie widzę praktycznie.
I suppose I enjoy stargazing well enough, but only when respite can be afforded. An inactive or lethargic vigilant is a waste of time, energy, and resources. Can you
Summon, unsummon Daedra.
It would be as if our order didn't
Daedra.
exist at all. I understand that our way of life may not appeal to everyone, but without us, Tamriel would be overrun with death and destruction.
Nie wiem, gdzieś pitła. Zostawia liścik, musimy go przeczytać zaraz.
That would be the ideal future for all of Nirn. Can you imagine a world without these monstrosities? A world where no mother has to bury her child after a werewolf strike, and no man must turn on his friends to satisfy his vampirism. It is unlikely to happen in my lifetime, but if I can help future generations attain such comfort, I will. What about you? What does the ideal future of Tamriel look like through the eyes of the Dovahkiin?
O kuźwa. To jest bardzo dobry punkt. Upadek azmyskiego dominium byłby dobrym startem. I z własnym pójdę.
I agree, though I feel you may need to consider broadening your scopes. The Dominion, while responsible for its share of transgressions, does not represent Nirn's greatest adversaries. Yep.
Teraz, czy ja mam magiczne światło? No nie mam. Amulet Stendara tu jest. Dobra. Jade Note. Cozy pokój, podoba mi się. To jest prawda o nocnej matce, chwila. Dowahkiin wypełnił damage am to inflict. Czyli po prostu uciekła. W dużym skrócie.
Yes, sister? What? How can you be sure? By the Nine, I knew we shouldn't have trusted her.
Jak ona chce zabić tego gościa, przez którego się tu rozbiliśmy, bo kurwa się musiał napić piwa, to szczerze, niech to zrobi.
Of course. I think it's likely she'd lure him somewhere favoring her with a clearing.
No, jakoś go nie lubię szczególnie, więc...
A location she's scouted before and knows well. You spent more time with her than the rest of us. Anything come to mind? Then we have little time to waste. We may already be too late. Thank the divines you're here. Something's wrong with Tassius.
No cik.
He's right this way. Thank the divines you're here.
Come on.
Tassius. That everything?
Czy ktoś jeszcze ma jakiś problem?
We found him like this. I don't know what to do.
A czy ja mam leczenie? Nic nie mogę zrobić. Cold Harbor? Nie, kopiec dusz.
Dora, what are you doing here? This is a prison of the mind. Good luck with that. I've been searching for a way out for years. Every time I see a little progress, I end up right back where I started. Like hopelessly turning the pages of an endless chapter. Truth is, I'm not certain there is a way out. Not permanently, at least. But if you think you can find one, I suppose I can give it one more try.
Kurde, akcja jakaś, w końcu, halleluja. Chyba, że to jest po prostu labirynt jeden wielki. No jest jeden korytarz w sumie.
That'll have to do.
Kurde, wszystkie negatywne emocje to jakby... Emocje, depresja, ten... Anksjet... Kurde, to jest to, że ja... Regret to jest po prostu...
Do you truly believe
Jakby znam te słowa, ale nie wyznajesz po polsku odpowiednika.
enough
Ah.
to push you through? What happens should they fail you? When they're absent and you're left alone with your thoughts. You don't have the strength to endure this torment alone. Don't act surprised. You knew this would be your fate.
My fate is not yet sealed. Not will I still have strength. A good friend once told me that.
Walcz. Pokonaj swoje złe myśli. Na szczęście są słabe. A nic nie mogę zrobić. Mogę sobie kamerę zmienić jedynie. Ale się nie blokuj, bij kurwa. O, przyzwij se pomocnika. Trochę tak. Mówiłem coś o akcji? Przepraszam. To nie ja się tu bawię, bijąc.
I've got your back. Farewell.
O, mogę się ruszać. Ale. O,
All right.
Hello, brother.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you. I should have.
Should is a hollow word. The past is static, unchangeable. True regret, dear brother, is watching from the void as the people you left behind struggle with the meaning of your disappearance. I beg of you, Tacius, do not repeat my mistake.
Will it ever get easier? Does the pain end one day?
You have to trust, against yourself, that it will pass. And it will. I won't tell you it will be easy. The choice is only the beginning. The thoughts, the suffocation, they won't fade overnight. But it gets easier, the more you press on. No one is so far gone that they can't find themselves again.
trochę tak. On jest bardzo mocno jakby psychologiczny, żeby po prostu rozmawiać i dobrze dobierać słowa do każdego. Chodź. O, niewidzialną ścianę.
Did you say something? The final page of an endless chapter. The next awaits.
Już?
Tacius?
Obudzony?
Dova?
Tak.
Oh, thank the Divines you're alive. We thought we lost you.
Were it not for Dover, you might have.
No nie mam nawet... A mam! Tylko... Gdzie to jest? Te pochodnie są tak zbugowane. Zaraz, jak się teraz tędy? Dobra, to teraz do Jade, żeby nam kurde pijaka nie ubiła. Aczkolwiek jakby to zrobiła, nie narzekałbym. Przynajmniej bym miał jedną... Od kiedy na tropikalnej wyspie pada śnieg? What the fuck? Niech zgadnę, na górze będzie chciała się go pozbyć? Dobra, jednak nie. Już myślałem.
Halt. Wait, I remember you. You helped kill the former master of this place, didn't you? When the Daedra abandoned this place, we seized the opportunity and claimed ownership. Would have been a sin to let all this product go to waste. Well, you might have unintentionally done us a favor, but that doesn't mean we can trust you. What did you come back for? We let the drunk in. Didn't see no assassin. I want nothing to do with no assassin. All right, you're clear to proceed. Do what you need to and be off.
Bym chciał tylko wiedzieć, gdzie tu jest wejście. Tutaj. Czemu tu jest śnieżyca? What the fuck? Z pogodą to bym bardziej powiedział, na tropikalnej śnieżyca to bym bardziej brzmi jak... czekajcie, jak... Siogorad. Bo to jest madness już. Stary dobry Shio, to chyba musiał zadziałać.
shouldn't be here. Turn away, Dova. Please. You're only going to make this harder on the both of us.
No. Tu jest przycisk, klikam w niego. Czy to jest... Dobra, Black.
Pick that lock, Dova. Don't try to stop me. This is the last time I'm going to warn you.
Take a second and think about what you're about to do.
Go on, kill him. Channel your primal hatred. I mean, oh no, what a terrible dilemma we've found ourselves in.
Siemano, Kierep, witam, Smyszku.
Damn it, Dova. I don't want to hurt you.
Korci. Korci. Jak mam być szczery, to wybrał 5. Tylko pytanie, czy kto inny w ogóle umie pływać łodzią. To jest taki jeden. Dobra, będę żałował później.
Don't try to stop me.
Rób co musisz.
I understand you have a marketing strategy that will, as you say, triple our profits for the coming year. Almost sounds too good to be true.
And I understand you have still a few bottles of Old Crescent.
Give him the merchandise. Now, for your part.
Right, here it is. I wrote the method on this note paper.
It's blank.
Exactly. The secret is starting anew, on a blank page, so to speak.
Fall to me!
Yes,
Just getting
kill them
warmed
all, master.
No, zamok to polubił. A co resztę mam tu wyjebane w sumie. Nie no, ten synek to kurwa się do niczego nie nadawał i tak. Alkohol, kurwa. Jeszcze oszukiwać, jeszcze go oszukać dodatkowo. Nie, no to kurde. O, chyba gra tego nie polubiła. Ej, szczerze nie żałuję tego wyboru. Tylko muszę jeszcze raz go zrobić. Nie mi to jeszcze przypomina F5. I do tego jeszcze jest Legionu Cesarskiego. Jakby był gromowany, to miał więcej może sympatii. Nie chcę kolejnego kolejnego robić za psychologa. Już mi kurwa już tyle wystarczy. No, szybko.
Don't pick that lock, Dova.
A, tutaj jest zapis, okej. Bez tragedii.
Last time I'm going to warn you.
Take a second and think about what you're about to do.
Go on, kill him. Channel your primal hatred.
Damn it, Dova.
I mean,
I don't want to hurt you.
what a
Don't try to...
terrible
Damn it,
dilemma
Dova.
you
I don't want to hurt you. May the Night Mother guide you.
I voilà, i likewise. Wcale nas nie widać z tą pochodnią, nie?
I understand you have a marketing strategy that will, as you say, triple our profits for the coming year. Almost sounds too good to be true.
And I understand you have still a few bottles of Old Crescent.
Give him the merchandise.
Chociaż jestem ciekaw, co on chciał im powiedzieć.
Right, here it is. I wrote the method on this note paper.
It's blank.
Exactly. The secret is starting anew, on a blank page, so to speak.
All quiet.
Dobra, jest zapis. Siszelki. O, chwila, co to było? O! Jakiś unikalny przedmiot przynajmniej mam z tego. Chyba samemu z sobie.
It's done. Look, about the note I left, I meant it. After this, I don't feel I deserve a place among your crew. You never give up on anyone, do you? This is probably the most inappropriate time for that.
A jak to -2 i nagle by 8 podskoczyło? What? To dalej, kurwa, śnieżyca w pizdu. Dobra, chodźmy do statku, może to się przejaśni. Albo i nie.
Yes?
Dobra, kontynuując. Po kolei.
Remember earlier, when we were discussing the future of Tamriel, I wonder if you'd be interested in discovering your role in it. I've dabbled in a fair amount of mediumship in the past. I could read your future, if you'd like. Before we begin, I need to know your birth sign.
Kamień. Jaki mam aktualnie kamień? Chyba mam złodzieja, ale pewnie nie jestem.
Now, extend your palm. That's odd. I see nothing to do with your future as it relates to Tamriel or even this island.
Chyba mam złodzieja dalej. Nie jestem pewny, albo maga, albo złodzieja. Muszę to sprawdzić, nie pamiętam.
What? Why would you... Ugh. Just answer the question.
Odpowiedziałem. To wasz pierwszy mi się klinął.
I see a lover in your future. Someone you are already moderately acquainted with. Neither of you knows it yet, but destiny has brought you together for this very purpose. It is a love blessed by the divines themselves.
Jaki bym pamiętał, który kamień do którego miesiąca się odnosi.
Any idea who this person might be?
Znaczy jakbym wiedział w sumie nawet. A,
Follow your heart, then. The gods put them in your life for a reason. Shall we get moving?
okej, something on your mind, coś.
Oh, it's nothing. I just... Something about this place reminds me of home.
Mocna księżyca, czy?
It's not important. We should remain focused on the here and now. Well, I suppose little harm could come of it. I was raised on a coastline with a similar complexion. I'd almost forgotten how thunderously the ocean crashes against rock and seaboard.
Jakby wiesz, jak szybko chciałem expić powstań, no to cały czas zmieniałem między złodziejem tym a tym.
Or the brisk, cool wind, and how gently it brushes against one's skin as they stare placidly into an infinite...
Jakbym myślał, który jej dać w ogóle, wiesz? Nie ma czegoś takiego do wyboru w kreacji postaci.
Well, don't get your hopes up. Half-deserted peninsulas on the border of High Rock are all the same. This environment brings back a lot of memories, most of which I'd rather soon forget. None of them grew up in such a place. The glamour associated with the tropics was penned by excursionists, not natives. This environment brings back a lot of memories.
Jakby to była nekromantka, to ja bym powiedział, że ten... Jak się nazywał ten kamień, kuźwa? Ten, co jest przy białej grani. Między białą granią a kuwa tym obozem bandytów. Cienie to było przy pękninie. Kurwa, jak on się nazywał?
How difficult it is to recall a moment of bliss without also
Patrz, wypadł mi z głowy.
stolen away.
O rytuału właśnie.
That's the proper way of looking at it, I suppose. I wish I could maintain that kind of optimism. Well, now that you mention it, there is one event from my childhood I can look back on with contentment. Don't suppose you'd be open to hear...
Myślę, czy nie wpisać kodu na pogodę, ale nie wiem, czy czegoś nie zepsuję przez to, bo to jest dziwne, że tu śnieg padał.
Well, on the beach where I grew up, there was a sectioned off portion where the wealthy individuals and their children would swim. My friend and I, we used to fish off a distant dirt cliff just beside it. One day, she caught this monster of a fish. Took the two of us half an hour to drag the thing up. When we finally...
Casualowa rozmowa w środku burzy śnieżnej.
Rows of them. Didn't know it at the time, but we were standing face to face with a fully grown slaughterfish. She freaks out and screams, and this fish just starts squirming erratically, like a Thalmor Justitia observing Talos worship. It manages to get away from us, throwing itself from the cliff's edge and hitting every rock shelf on the way down. So there it falls, just off the shore where the wealthy is swimming. For a moment, we thought it was dead. Then, without warning, it starts wriggling towards them. So, naturally, my friend starts trying to reason with it, right? She calls out, "No, not that way, you live over here." But of course, it's down there just tossing her advice to the wind. I suggest warning the nobles, but we both know they're not going to listen to a couple of peasant children. There's a brief spell of silence, a single screech, and all-out chaos. They see it and emit screams louder than a banshee passing a series of kidney stones. I'd never tried so hard to conceal my laughter before or any day since. Yeah, maybe. I guess it's not as good as I remember. There just aren't a lot of positive memories to choose from. Decades later, I took an interest in magic and inducted her as my apprentice. From then on, we became more than just friends. Then she... I'm sorry, I've rambled long enough. We've got better things to do. This will only take a second. Are you ready, demon?
Finally! Feels like I've been kept waiting for centuries, you lethargic witch.
Oh, is that so? I think I might actually enjoy this.
Why? Is it going to hurt?
Not at all. But you might experience some slight pressure.
Good. I perform exceptionally under pressure. You spin a dialect of lies, you second-rate magician!
Must have been the wrong spell. Let's try that again.
Okej, to było dobre.
That's the one. There, you're all set. How are you feeling?
There is no word in hitherto, or the mortal tongue for your pettiness.
You're welcome.
Już mogę?
State your business. Farewell.
You have need of me, sire. I'm
dobra.
most eager to get this underway. It's just... What will I say when I kill him? I need something cheap and melodramatic before I drive my battle axe into his tender, frail cartilage, shattering his bones to a fine powder. The problem is, words have never been my area of expertise.
Safe travels, motherfuck. Nie, motherfetcher, kurwa. Myślałem, że ten...
Yes. Safe travels, motherfetcher. Brilliant! I think I'm prepared to confront that traitorous disgrace now. Or whenever you're able to release me. Excellent, Master. I await my return home with great anticipation.
Dobra, to mamy ogarnięte. On idzie się zająć, kurwa, swoją vendetą. I co dalej? Kim teraz? Siemano, witaj, Kamil. Iriel, ty coś... To jest moje pytanie. Nie, to nic.
Of course.
Jade?
Dovahkiin? Not since we struck land. I have a limited supply of incense, after all. Good news is I might soon try my hand at crafting the substance. Now that I know where I can find...
Powolutko. Łagodnie mówiąc, powoli chyba coś czuję. Aczkolwiek już większość plotów się rozwija, albo rozwinęło dosyć mocno, więc... Chcesz mi powiedzieć, że masz dragi na moim statku i się nie podzieliłaś?
To be honest, I figured you were too dignified to understand. Guess I misjudged you. Hey, tell you what. Why don't you join me for a brief meditation session? To celebrate our... Well, I'm sure there's something out...
Ja bym powiedział, że Jade to jest prędzej siostra od mojej postaci. Już są bardziej podobne niż ta oryginalnie, co jest ten...
As soon as we're back on the deficit, come and see me. I'll have everything ready.
Dobra, to...
I'd rather not stand around any longer.
Ty, Katri, coś jeszcze? Chcesz dodać?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Okej. A generalnie chodzi o to, że ktoś się podawał za to, że jest smoczym dziecięciem. Nasyłają na ciebie po prostu tych mercenarii, najemników. No i idziesz się rozprawić z tym, kto się dla ciebie podszywa i wtedy spotykasz właśnie Iriel, jeszcze dwójkę gości, co jeden już u mnie nie żyje. Ale u ciebie może być inaczej oczywiście, bo to była moja decyzja. No i się okazuje, że to jest siostra twojej postaci. Przynajmniej jak na razie. Nie wiem, czy ten plot to po prostu mówi, wiesz, czy to jest pewne, nie? Tego nie jestem pewny. No i wyruszacie, żeby odnaleźć rodziców. No ale rozbijacie się na tej wyspie, która jest zamieszkała przez 4 wioski? No i nikt się nie może opuścić tej wyspy. No i to jest masa gadania, poznawania backstory tych postaci. To jest bardziej jakby mod psychologiczny, mogę tak to nazwać? Chyba tak, jak Honor to mówiła. No i musisz się z tej wyspy wydostać, nie? Tylko chcę te wszystkie ploty wam pokazać. MO2. Mod Organizer 2 jest najlepszym do modowania, Vortex jak dla mnie jest kijowy, ale moje zdanie przynajmniej. Dobra. Nieodłączna część Skyrima na modach. Kurwa, crash musi być. Generalnie jak lubisz dużo przygód, bicia się to nie jest mod dla ciebie, generalnie. Taki duży skrót. To jest stricte mod dla osób, którzy lubią po prostu bardziej fabularnie siedzieć. Generalnie mod Organizer jest o wiele bardziej czytelny. Tak samo jeżeli jeszcze jakiś program dorzucić, to jeszcze na pewno luta sobie musisz dorzucić, bo on dobrze ci sortuje pluginy w miarę. Znaczy może nie jest taki perfekcyjny, wiadomo, bo czasami niektóre trzeba ręcznie posortować, ale większość roboty ci zrobi. No jak lubisz fabułkę i nawalankę, no to tutaj masz po prostu, jakby ci powiedzieć, 10% nawalanki, 90% fabuły. To jest mod, bym tak to nazwał. Nie jest taki perfekcyjnie pół na pół, ani jest coś koło tego. No to Honor troszeczkę na odwrót. Ja właśnie uwielbiam słodkie osoby, a nienawidzę takich strasznie ponurych. Ale to może przez to, że kocham anime, a tam większość postaci po prostu przesłodzona, więc... Dobra, Jade, przyszedłem stąd pomedytować trochę. Cokolwiek to w twoim języku znaczy.
Hello? Huh? I'll be seeing you then. Deep breaths. Let the incense circulate in your lungs for a moment before exhaling. Let it free your mind.
Jest to jakiś ciężki język, szczerze używany tutaj. Są proste słowa. Ja to wszystko rozumiem, tylko że ja mam problem z znajdowaniem polskich słów, żeby wam coś powiedzieć, muszę tłumaczyć.
Something you need?
Zaraz, a to sobie usiądźmy, kurde, a nie stójmy.
What do you want? What did you think of it? See? I told you it was nothing to be wary of. Reminds me of my first time. Sithis, that feels like ages ago.
No to akurat z Angola zawsze miałem dosyć dobre oceny. Ale ja się Angola uczę przez gry praktycznie, więc...
A member of my sanctuary introduced me to it a few years after I joined. Varys LeChance. Damn that man to the void.
GTA mnie bardzo mocno angielskiego nauczyło, bo zawsze czytałem sobie po polsku i słuchałem po angielsku i jakoś mi się to utrwaliło.
Nothing. He was perfect. That was the problem. I was so enticed by everything about him that I fell in Ugh, I can't even say it. Take my advice, Dova. This love thing everyone keeps chasing, it's self-sabotage, nothing more. If anyone tells you differently, they're trying to sell you something.
Dobra.
I'll be seeing you then.
Pomedytowane. Nie wiem jak jest z tą Tią. Bo ja miałem z nią niby na kolację, a ona to siedzi i tak...
Glad you're here. The others are slowly driving me insane. All right then.
Nie wiem. Jak był jakiś poziom z Anglika, to musiałem się uczyć tego, co zupełnie czego wcześniej. A no wiesz co, no, to trzeba sobie jednak trochę to utrwalać z czasem, nie? Albo jakieś te gierki grać po angielsku typowo, albo coś, to coś z czasem przychodzi, szczerze.
Hello there.
Wiesz co, Honor, to jest spoko podejście, że takich normalnych, bo to jest wiadomo, nie? Ale ja lubię jak się jednak coś wybija z tego charakteru. Jak też jest taki totalnie normalny, taki totalny normals, to też jest nie za fajnie. Musi jednak czymś się wybijać.
This might sound a little random, but do you believe in redemption? Do you think it's attainable? Can a life of sin be displaced by one of virtue and selflessness? Can the souls of the corrupt or those led heedlessly into corruption be forgiven?
To jest inna sprawa w ogóle też.
Concept mortals invented to cope.
Bo dogadanie się to musisz szukać na żywca. Na przykład ja w rozmowie po angielsku, ja nie rozmawiam po angielsku codziennie, więc ja też mam problemy z takim od razu z kimś gadać, nie? Jakbym sobie przemyślał dokładnie, to bym wiedział, ale tak na żywca to też jest ciężko. Musiałbym sobie pożyć trochę po prostu w anglojęzycznym kraju, żeby ciągle gadać po angielsku i wtedy lepiej słowa dobierał. Ale tak jak sobie czytam, czy myślę na taki temat właśnie tłumaczenia takich pojedynczych zdań, to jest luzik.
I can see why.
Ups, dobra. To było trochę selfish. Co by ci to odpowiedzieć?
Does that rectify the sins they committed? Surely, if man and mare can be redeemed unconditionally, then we are free to sin without consequence. Society, as we know...
Aczkolwiek udało mi się ostatnio na evencie zamówić jedzenie po japońsku, także jestem z tego dumny.
I was just thinking about my responsibilities as a vigilant. I won't deny that sometimes our methods are radical and unforgiving. But I must remember that the monstrosities we pursue are beyond salvation. My apprentice was murdered by the Daedra. I vowed to seek out and destroy every last one of them, if only to do right by her name. Yeah, convenient, isn't it? On that note, we'd best get back to it.
Drugą wojnę z Armenią, czy nie? Nie, drugą wojnę nie. Armenią? A nie z Altmerami? Ja generalnie jestem najbardziej fanem, jeśli chodzi o mody, to towarzysze. Towarzysze to jest mój po prostu konik. Uwielbiam przechodzić od nich questy. Jak Mrisi, Mira i Inigo, Lucek, kuwa, są tak zajebiste postacie.
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Lubię, jak się fabuła skupia na jakimś postaci i ty po prostu bierzesz w tym udział. To jest zajebiste. Jak jest ich aż tak dużo, to już jest trochę przytłaczające, ale...
You know what it sounds like?
Don't you say it.
Oh, come now, Jade. She's cute, caring, fun, and you obviously feel something.
Co tu gada?
Do not feel anything.
Ja zapomniałem, że to jest, mamy jeszcze nią.
I like her, but that doesn't mean I care.
O kurde, ej, a ty co, ja chcę to wczytać jeszcze. Tylko ja nie wiem, czy muszę po... Oni mnie zauważyli, ja chciałem to podsłuchać, przepraszam bardzo, ja nie wiedziałem, że oni się spłoszą. Zrobię szybki zapis i wczytaj... Czy ja też czas usłyszę? Proszę. Ja chcę podsłuchać, co za ploty idą.
Hello there. Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Czy oni się znowu tu spotkają? Wait, ja sobie nie odpuszczę, ja to chcę usłyszeć, ja to przeklikam co najwyżej wszystko jeszcze raz. Towarzysze są zajebiści, aczkolwiek i tak Mroczne Bractwo wygrywa w moim rankingu wszystko. Bo ja teraz nie wiem, gdzie, na kim jestem teraz. Dobra.
What do you want? Something you need? Of course.
Teraz jeszcze raz? Może się teraz aktywuje? Bo nie wiem, czy tym na poziomie już z nią medytowałem, czy...
What is
Oh.
it? Deep breaths. Let the incense circulate in your lungs for a moment before exhaling. Let it free your mind. Cast aside your cares and
Na rozwinięcie jest na pewno na Winterhold.
freely upon the open canvas of your imagination.
Darek, Mroczne Bractwo ma właśnie rozwinięcie.
Dovahkiin. How exciting. Understood.
A kurwa, czemu? No, czemu leczenia?
Not to get killed. I enjoy having you. Yeah? Very well.
Zaraz, bo jeszcze z nią miałem porozmawiać chwilę, nie się to...
What is it? May the Night Mother guide you.
Dobra, kij, może zaraz się odpali jeszcze. Katri?
Searching for something? Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Hello again.
O, widzę, że chyba coś tu popsułem teraz. Dobra, kij, czytam to po prostu, bo nie jestem pewny, czy czegoś nie popsułem teraz. Szybki, okej, trudno. Znaczy, wiesz co, Honor, nie mówię, że nie, bo nie grałem w Obliviona, więc nie będę się wypowiadał na ten temat, ale aczkolwiek ja po prostu uwielbiam rodzinkę ze Skyrim. Iriel, Vigilant Catry, Jade. Dobra, wymienimy sobie może Jade'kę na Rolanda. I wymieńmy sobie może Iriel na Tom Bryn, bo z nim jeszcze nic nie rozmawialiśmy, więc trochę popchnijmy ich fabułę. Bo Jade nie wiem, czy się jeszcze nie odpali z czymś. A nie, zaraz. Dobra, nie, to Jade zostawiliśmy, nieważne. Przestał padać śnieg, dziękuję. Cały czas mnie martwi to, że mam przyjść do tej jaskini z Tią, a Tia nie chce wyjść w ogóle, bo ja się nie mówiłem na kolację, tylko ja nie wiem, gdzie to ma się niby odbyć nawet. Nie pamiętam. Albo czy coś muszę zrobić konkretnego, nie wiem. Niby jest jakiś sklep do tego specjalny. Nie wiem, przejdźmy się po tych miastach.
Is there something I can do for you?
Bo jest to ponoć sklepikarz bez sklepu. Tylko co to kurwa znaczy? No to jest po prostu dom.
Why hello? Why hello?
Dobra, z nim już nie pogadam chyba za bardzo.
Let's hear it. You want
Z tobą nic, z tobą nic, z tobą nic, z tobą nic.
Speak.
Przepraszam, gdzie tu jest jakiś sklep? Nie dowódcę, a Herolda.
Hi there.
Znaczy, nawet nie chodzi mi tyle, co o same zadania Mrocznego Bractwa, ale po prostu chodzi mi o postacie z Mrocznego Bractwa. To jest dla mnie po prostu sztos. To jest taki generalnie opowiedziane. No, bije łeb na szyję główny wątek Skyrima. To jest moja opinia i też z tego, co wiem, wielu też innych osób. Dobra, w US jest pusto, tam wszyscy wybici. Jasne, nie ma problemu.
Care to take a seat?
O! Tia!
Please,
Yes?
please don't kill me! I might die from that!
Co jest, brama otchłani?
May the beasts of this isle feed on your corpse.
That's the last of them.
All over
A.
now.
Czy ja się tu miałem gdzieś z Tią spotkać? Tylko kurwa gdzie?
What do you want?
You want something from me?
What a waste. Poor bastards, better off.
Tutaj na...
I'm going to find whoever did this.
A, w ten sposób. Okej. Ej, a czy ja nie mam czasami może... No, sukience przyszła? No nie, no a ja to tak nie może być. Ja też muszę się jakoś wystroić. Tylko pytanie, czy ja mam... Ja chciałem sobie jakby strój tego cesarza sobie ustawić, ale nie wiem, czego w końcu ustawiłem.
Better them than me.
Codziennie strój wizytowy? Nie. Codzienny strój wizytowy 2. Nie, dobra, no to tak muszę iść. Trudno. Nie mam innego.
You could have worn something nice. Am I the only one taking this seriously? Sure. So,
Oh, fuck.
full transparency. I've
Okay.
never done anything like this before. Don't let me embarrass myself, okay?
Przynajmniej wiem, gdzie mam iść. Okej. Tylko muszę znaleźć ten sklep, pany. Tylko gdzie ten sklep może być? W której wiosce?
I'm too good looking to die!
Okej.
Filthy fetcher.
Nie wiem, czy chciałem to wiedzieć. Dobra, ale ewidentnie to nie jest ta wioska, ale wiem, że to mam się z nią spotkać. Czy wy sobie z innym impem nie potraficie poradzić?
Good riddance.
Dobra, nieważne, poradziliście sobie. Skoro to nie jest ani Southern Side, ani Northstead, to musi to być Eliona i to jest jedyne ostatnie wyjście, jakie zostało. A cóż, honor, jedynego Lucjana, którego kojarzę, to jest nasz ze Skyrima. Dajcie mi dzień, bo ja nic nie widzę, nie wiem gdzie mam iść. Sklep. Sklep bez sklepikarza. Co to kurwa znaczy? Gdzie jest Karszyn w tym momencie?
Got something to say?
waiting.
Tidings.
Speak quickly.
Są kontrakty, to jest... Ktoś tu jest jakimś sklepikarzem, coś. Ktoś. Gdzieś.
Tidings.
Need something?
O. To jest to, czego szukałem, okej. Aha, dobra, to już ja rozumiem, to jest każdy jest dla kogoś innego, bo jak jest Stagger and Sway, to będzie to dla tego Tiliusa, kurwa, czegoś tak, tego kapłana Arkaja. To co ona by chciała zaś? Nie wiem, kupię wszystko po prostu. Old Crescent byłby dla pijaka. To już to mogę sobie oszczędzić w sumie. Dobra, to też mamy materiały. Ale materiału na razie nie wiem, których potrzebuję, to się to oszczędzę sobie. To wszystko zdjąć. I... Dres. To będziemy tak samo wyglądać. Słabo.
Yes, my liege.
Dead? How did this happen?
A to było... Tu. A Stia, gdzie jest? Tu jest.
Tova? I almost didn't recognize you. You look sensational. Aw, thanks.
To będzie tak samo. Come on.
So, full transparency. I've never done anything like this before. Don't let me embarrass myself, okay?
Damn shame.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised. The view better up there?
Siądziesz.
What can I get for this
Should keep
fine couple
moving.
tonight?
Oh,
A miałem po prostu poczekać, okej, rozumiem.
You want something from me?
No halo. Raz. Coś mam kurde kliknąć? Czekać?
Tidings.
he means us.
A.
The fine couple part threw me off.
Madam.
I think I'll have the salmon.
And what can I get for you?
Na bogato, kurde.
Excellent choice. I'll be right back with your food.
You know, you're nothing like I'd imagined. Have I ever told you that?
Gadaj na tym krześle, żeż. O nie, spoko. Jesus. Serio się musiałem zbagować? Siedzenie na krześle bardzo nie lubi przerywania co chwilę rozmowy pod tytułem, kurde, przerwij dialog, zacznij gadać z kimś innym. Przerwij dialog, zacznij gadać z kimś innym. No i się zgubiłem. Gdzie był ten sklep teraz? Tu był. Gifty. To. Tego nie potrzebuję. Perła. Niebieski kwiat. Stagger and Sway. Lost ten. Okej. Attire. Cyk. Mamy. Okej. Do widzenia. Teleportujemy się do Northstead. Ja chyba będę stał przy tym stole, kuźwa.
Still here, my liege.
Tego nie potrzebuję, pyk. Cyk.
Yes?
Przecież koszyki mogę zostawić akurat.
Yeah.
I'm all ears.
Dres.
Yeah?
F5, kurde. Żeby znowu nie było sytuacji pod tytułem, kurwa, zbuguje się.
Need anything?
I to jest tu.
So, full transparency. I've never done anything like this before. Don't let me embarrass myself, okay? Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised.
What can I get for this fine couple tonight?
Oh,
O, teraz przynajmniej dobrze skrót działa.
he means us. The fine couple part threw me off.
Madam.
I think I'll have the salmon.
And what can I get for you?
No i znowu się wstanęło. No.
Excellent choice. I'll be right back with your food.
You know, you're nothing like I'd imagined.
Dobra, z pierwszej osoby, bo to chyba będzie najlepsze wyjście.
You know, you're nothing like I'd imagined. Have I ever told you that?
O.
To me, it is. The stories, I thought you were some mysterious, emotionless husk sent by the gods to slay dragons and save the world. It took me a while to realize that you're just a regular person. That's a comforting thought, you know? That underneath your divine purpose, you're still human. You still feel, think, and behave like the rest of us. Makes me wonder if you truly need a blessing from the divines to be great, or if the potential for greatness lies within each of us. That's what I'm starting to piece together. It's like what my favorite author said in the Actually, on that note, who is my favorite author? You do remember that, right?
O kuźwa. musi być to albo to. O shit. Coś pamiętam na czacie? Chyba tabar to był, ale... Ręki... Dobra.
Where?
Dobra, udało się.
Right. Yep. That's the one. Really? How so? And now?
O jany, to jest dopiero przesłodzony. Dobra, jak sobie tak słodzić, to...
You really mean that?
Why not?
I have no idea what to say aside from thanks. That's the kindest thing I've ever been told. Really? What is it?
O. To na pewno nie, bo ona nie jest wojowniczką. Healing Crystal raczej wątpię. Noble Woman to będzie do Jade. Na bank. To było do pijaka. Albo perła, albo bluf, albo niebieski kwiat. Strzelałbym bardziej w kwiat do niej. Ona jest romantyczką.
Oh, wow, it's a thing. Yay! I'll admit, I wasn't quite sure how this would go, but I'm glad we went through with it. Think we'll have time to do it again sometime? As did I.
Moje małże oszalały.
I trust you two had a wonderful evening. Just here to collect the seashells.
Dobra, to ja uciekam, nara.
You two have a safe trip home.
No... Naprawdę... Widzę, że będzie sporo problemów z ukończeniem tego questa. Ja się nie mogę zbugować. Bo ja nie mogę nic teraz zrobić. Ja pierdziu. O! Czy ja muszę siadać? Znowu się pomyliłem. Mogę stać po prostu, proszę.
Still here? Okay.
Muszę siadać. Fuck.
Tova? I almost...
Dobra, klikamy.
So... Uh-huh.
Better them than me.
Jakby to zrobić, żeby to się nie zbagowało? Mam pomysł pewien.
Oh, he means us.
Wyłączę animację po prostu rozmowy, może to baguje.
The fine couple part threw me off.
Madam.
Już się zbagowało.
Have the salmon.
Ja muszę to włączyć na początku chyba, bo moja postać jak rozmawia, to ona odpala animację, wtedy wstaje i to może być problem. Tego nie uda się przeklikać przy tylu po prostu zmianach dialogów. Dobra, teraz powinno to już pójść.
Tova? I almost didn't recognize you.
No, teraz już nie wstaje przynajmniej.
Sensational. Aw, thanks. So, yeah. Uh-huh.
No, panie kelner, pójdźżesz. Ale spróbujmy z innym giftem. Mam wrażenie, że kwiatek się nie spodobał za bardzo. To a thing to tak troszeczkę... Może perła do niej w sumie?
Means us. The fine couple part threw me off.
Madam,
I think I'll have the salmon.
and what can I get for you? Excellent choice. I'll be right back with your food.
You know, you're nothing like I'd imagined. Have I ever told you that? To me, it is. From the stories, I thought you were. It took that. Makes me wonder if you truly need a blessing.
To było...
Actually, on that note, who is my favorite author? You do remember. Where? Oh.
Hej.
Yep. Really? How so? And
Another
now?
grave to fill.
You really mean that? I have no idea what to say aside from really? What is it?
Spróbujmy z tą perłą może.
Oh.
To co to samo. To nie wiem, co do niej by pasowało.
Yay!
Jakby to było pióro jakieś, nie wiem, książka, oprawa do książki, coś, cokolwiek, to okej, ale...
I'll admit, I wasn't quite sure how this would go, but as did I.
Dobra. Przyłaś po te siszelki.
Trust you two had a wonderful evening. Just here to... You two have a safe trip home.
A, i to tyle, tak? I to sobie ty już idziesz, okej. No to teraz możemy już zmienić ten... Chociaż nie, przecież tam przy sobie. Bym zrobił. Tak, to jeszcze miałem... This i łuk do ulubionych. A, no tak. Kolczyki. A mam, to w sumie... Czyli hełm nie idzie razem z kolczykami, ale kolczyki razem z hełmem idą. Dobrze wiedzieć. Spocz, nie mam problemu. O... To chodźmy na jeszcze statek, weźmy Tię i chodźmy ukraść to z tej jaskini. Żeby zakończyć, nie wiem, czy koniec tej questa, czy nie, ale... Chciałbym przynajmniej jedną fabułę już skończyć.
I know that look.
Pardon?
The way you're standing there, smiling at the floor and biting your lip. You've met someone, haven't you?
I've met a lot of people. Sometimes I just say hi and avoid eye contact. But then there are other times...
Tia, you know what I mean. Someone special.
Oh, is it that obvious? I thought I was doing a good job of hiding it.
Hardly. I've witnessed vampiric sacrifices less noticeable.
Well, that won't do at all. How can I hide it better? Should I start whistling an inconspicuous tune?
Why hide it at all?
I don't want her to know, I guess. What if she isn't the one?
If you never take a chance, you'll never know.
No, ciekawe co Jade by tam mówiła w sumie.
It was astonishing. She's like the most perfect person in all the world. And the way she... Oh, sorry. I've been rambling again, haven't I?
Chyba ciężkie prace tu idą, widzę.
For the last few hours?
It's just, I know no one's perfect and all, but I can't find a single flaw, you know?
Whatever happened to wondering if she's the one?
I always figured I'd be able to tell by the feeling, you know? And, well, if that's the case, the search is over.
Jeszcze jakaś rozmowa tu mnie czeka, bo mi się wydaje, jak się odpala, to... Nie? Stop? Już? Ogarnięte? Okej. Zamiast zbry, to weźmiemy Tię jeszcze raz. I lecimy do tej jaskini ukraść coś. Cokolwiek. Dobra, tu jest jakaś jaskinia jeszcze, co sobie nie odkryłem. To pytanie, jak się tam teraz dostać. O, twardy.
No challenge at all.
Wziąłem ten kontrakt na jakiegoś Atronacha. A nie, chyba tego nie wziąłem, bo wczytałem sobie. Dobra, okej. Nieważne. Co, idziemy?
We'll need a disguise before we get any closer. Here, put this on. Right, this only take a sec. Well, don't stare, weirdo.
Co ona mi dała? Outcast. No prawie bikini, kurwa, skórzany. No dobra. Myślałem, że po prostu na skradaniu wchodzimy i wychodzimy.
Just pretend like we're supposed to be here.
What say you?
Need something?
A, sędy.
Hold it! What kind of village trickery is this?
Why?
You ain't one of us. I would know.
What a strange accusation, fellow outcast. But what makes you think that?
Is this some kind of jest? Why'd you bring her here?
To jest test na... O.
You, with her, ain't no way. To arms, brothers! There's an invader! I'll flay you alive!
Co, serio?
Confidence is your weakness. Resistance is pointless.
Przecież ja mam najwyższą retorykę, jak to nie siadło?
That was it? Yeah? Sure.
Ja mam rozumieć, że wchodzimy dalej. Udała się, ale po kilku, kurde, po kilku problemach z błędami.
Well, that was easy enough. Thanks. Did you hear him say something about the chief's jewel? I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty important.
O, mam animację rozmowy mojej postaci i jak siedziała na krześle i co chwilę mi się przeskakiwało z z kimś innym, to ona wstawała z krzesła i się bagowało i nie mogłem ruszać moją postacią przez to. Chciałem wyłączyć animację rozmowy na chwilę. Znaczy jeszcze mam wyłączone nawet.
Maybe near a throne of some kind? I don't know. If you were a chieftain, where would you keep your jewels?
A, to jest modowany Skyrim, tego się nie da uniknąć, zawsze coś się walnie.
That's a good speculation. Let's take a look.
No. Mam ubrane na sobie wasze ciuchy, kurde, z bandytów. Czemu mnie rozpoznajecie? Jakie to są słabiaki same.
And yet again, the Dragonborn has successfully slayed yet another enemy, splattering guts and, well, yeah, too much? Yeah.
A w sumie seashelki.
Okay, moving on.
Nie narzekam. Wiesz co, no to jest to, że ja mam po prostu jakby łuk też, no, 760 obrażeń, więc to jest dosyć sporo. Tu jest arena do walki z wilków. O! Kolejni przejezdni, znowu złoto bezwartościowe na tej wyspie. O, seashelki to już bardziej warte. Dobra, ty, ja spierdzielamy stąd. W sumie to ubiorę sobie swoją zbroję. Albo, dobra, nie, bo się coś zepsuje. Jak skrypt mi kazał być w tej, no to będę w tej. Tu jakieś seashelki? Są. Reminder. Ej, idioto. O, czy hej, idioto. Czyli byliście mi ostrzeżeni przed taką zabawą. Seashell, seashell. Ale to ogólnie to chyba wyszło dobrze wszystko. No Tia, chodź. Chyba się udało, chyba to ukradliśmy.
That was exhilarating. Did you see the looks on their faces as they discovered the gem was missing? Oh, I could think of a million descriptions. There were a couple times I thought we were goners, but it all worked out in the end. Oh, and Dova! I don't know of many others who would have risked their lives to help me with something like this. I guess what I'm trying to say is, thanks. Sure.
Dobra, czy mogę się przebrać?
So do I. Listen, about that date of ours. I had no idea what to expect and, well, it was simply magical. It played out just like in the great stories, only this was real. I guess I just wanted you to know that I had a wonderful time. And that while I'm in no hurry to rush into anything, I want to become a more intimate part of your life. That is, if you feel the same.
Za kwiat. Dobra, bawimy się. Whoa.
By the 8!
Answer me like that way more often. Sure.
Nie wiem, czy nie zablokuję reszty tych wątków, ale może oszczędzimy sobie po te wątki.
Stendar protect us. Farewell. State your business. There's a cave not too far from here that's tainted with Daedric magic.
Kolejna jaskinia do spenetrowania, dziękuję.
Time willing, I'd like to investigate and root out the evil that dwells within. Fair point. But this one is different. The evil that resides there, it must be purged. But the less you know of it, the better. Telling you would compromise the deed. We should head there as soon as possible. Farewell.
Dobra.
Well met. Forgive the irrelevancy of this, but I must know. Have you taken notice of the lawlessness that dwells here? There is no order to be found in these villages. No doctrine or code they collectively pledge themselves to. It is irreverent, barbaric, shameful. I fear the same will become of Tamriel, should good men stand idle while evil creeps about unchallenged. Daedra kill by the hundreds, formidable monstrosities run rampant from the soil to the sky, and a curse of restraint keeps residents from desertion. That is not the way the Divines desired their people to live. If men do not punish foul deeds through law and justice, then the Divines will leave them to the mercy of the Daedra. It is no wonder these people suffer. They have forsaken their gods and bolstered generations of sin. Crimes forgiven are crimes recurred. I'll admit the punishment for every ill deed need not be the same. A murderer should not serve the same sentence as a thief, but that does not excuse the thief from penalty. It is only dangerous to those who oppose justice. For those who live in the light of the Divines, it carries no peril.
Do 19.
In what ways I can. I am but one knight in a sea of criminality. Some sins I must overlook while I am under pledge, such as those prevalent within our company. But I stand ready to purify those of which I have no binding arrangement.
Na razie.
The honor of the Thorn.
Bo to potem?
Of my father.
Who knows?
Yes, or so I expect. I have only faint memories of him. But I know he believed in the principles of the Thorn, and all that our order could be. So long as I cling firmly to his beliefs, and stray not from the path of righteousness, I stand a chance to make him proud. That is enough for me.
Dobra, F5, żeby się nic nie wykroczyło. I jaskinia. Tutaj, to do Illinois? Nie wiem, czy teraz dobrze to przeczytałem.
Oh, did you need something?
Czy ja muszę znowu wchodzić na górę? Czy to jest znowu to samo? Ja zastanawiam się, ile to jest sporo muszelek, kurde. Bo ja myślę, że jakby mi te 2000 mogły styknąć. Dobra, to jest niżej. Stare katakumby. Jest Katrin? Jest Katrin.
Well, well, after all these years, you still can't live with it, can you? I'm flattered.
This creature will prey on your subconscious, planting thoughts and molding memories to fit their demonic infatuations. Do not pay their words any consideration. We must resist.
What was it? What lured the faithful tongue of Dagon to be pinned by her own snare? Did she develop a conscience? Or is this our master's final command? Or perhaps... Yes, of course. But you haven't told her, have you? Ironic.
Be silent, spirit of the damned!
O, jak ja was dawno nie widziałem. Koledzy draugrzy.
Next time you won't get so lucky. You think you can best us?
You'll regret that. Die already.
No i tu jest jakieś wyzwanie, przynajmniej teoretycznie, bo nie ściąga mi na strzała.
That's nothing.
We shouldn't stay in one place for too long. Come on!
Prosto do grobu go wrzuciłem.
I'm going to write about that.
You come here seeking redemption, yet you cower from the magnitude of your transgressions. My dear, this road has no inversion. You know what you are.
Dużo dzienników.
A tribute to all your sins. Do you like it?
We need to get out of here. Now!
No, stay and observe all you served faithfully to establish.
O, myślę, czy nie wziąć czarów na nich? Chociaż czy moja magia jest na tyle dobra?
That could have been worse.
A, damy sobie radę tak chyba. No, w końcu coś się dzieje, jakaś akcja, dziękuję.
Oh, that's gonna scar. That'll teach them.
Aczkolwiek czemu ten priest jest słabszy niż Draugr?
Boom!
Wszystko inne, co? No, prawie. Oszustka, potrzebaczka, szpieg.
Yes? Sure.
Ja muszę się po prostu stąd wydostać, okej. O, dzień dobry. Do widzenia. Zostawcie Tiję.
Are you okay? I disagree. The more you know about me, the more these spirits can use as a leverage to drive a wedge between us. Knowledge of this caliber is dangerous for both of us. Just know that I'm not the person you think I am, but I'm also not the person I once was. The spirit is stronger than I thought possible. I will need time to ponder the meaning of this, and a way to counter her tactics. Uh-huh.
What is it? Yes, I suppose there is one matter that has weighed heavily on my heart of late. I've overheard whispers that misfortune guided a knight of a separate order to this island, years before we arrived. I would like to seek him out, should time permit my leave. He's the Knight of the Rose, a faction of crusaders operating out of Wayrest in the province of High Rock. My order has long maintained good relations with, even when the other paladins of the council dismissed us as drunken fools. The Knights of the Rose stepped in and defended our name. Many events have transpired since we departed Solitude. Events I did not foresee, and I am unsure what to make of. The counsel of a fellow knight will help me shed light on the meaning of them. Perhaps then the road ahead will not seem so bleak. I would like to request your presence as well. If wisdom is to be offered to our company, then I believe our leader should be there to hear it. He's taken to a life of solitude and tranquility, choosing to reside in one of the many abandoned caverns on the island. I'll mark the exact location of his abode on your map.
Okej, to kolejny kościk przynajmniej. I... Where? W sumie niedaleko. Ale dajcie sekundkę, telefon. O, już jestem, sorki, telefon. O, już gramy dalej. nic, jak będziemy potrzebować tych seashellek, to po prostu, no cóż. Buty. Co to robią buty? To na koniec zadania z tych tablic porobimy i tyle, no. Jakoś się zarobi. Jakby pieniądz nigdy problemem nie jest. Wystarczy tylko trochę pogrindować wtedy.
Do my eyes fail me? Or has Sir Roland, Captain of the Thorn, paid me visit in my final hours?
Oczywiście, wrócę i coś. Na dzień dobry. No nic, kurde. Dobra, niech się to odpala. Jakby się trochę szybciej włączało, też by nie narzekał. No. Pytanie, jak długie są te wątki w sumie? Czy jeżeli już jest po kolacji z Tią? No coś dzisiaj crashuje właśnie, nie wiem czemu. Dzisiaj... Wczoraj tutaj graliśmy praktycznie na tej wyspie bez crashu, w ogóle dzisiaj mi to crashuje. Puh. Nie wiem. To jest magia, po prostu honor YouTube'a, a bardziej streama. Gram sobie prywatnie, to nic się nie dzieje, albo się stanie raz na 3 godziny, a włączam streama, to od razu wszystko się musi sypać.
Sir Roland, Captain of the Thorn, paid me visit in my final hours. You haven't aged a day since we last parted.
I am indeed Sir Roland, my liege.
Czemu ty się skradasz cały czas?
But I fear you mistake me for my father, for I am not yet captain of my order.
I see. Such an easy mistake to make. You are as much like your father in demeanor as in stature. It is a strange fate that you should also find your way to this secluded wasteland. And stranger still that you would happen upon my hidden abode.
Our ship crashed here by accident, or so I believe. But I have sought out this cave hoping for the counsel of a fellow paladin. I am unsure if these events happened by chance, or the will of the divines.
Perhaps the gods have acknowledged my failing health, and guided you here so I may be laid to rest properly, in the fashion befitting my knighthood. But I fear that hope is folly. The divines know not of my plight or yours. They have forsaken this land.
Your body may be failing, but must your faith die with it? You cannot let the tricks and schemes of this unholy place shake your trust in the divines.
My faith in the Eight is unadulterated, Sir Roland. But they have no power here beyond what the Daedric Lord allows. His voice lingers in every nook and shadow, and his hand molds the very thoughts we attribute as our own. There is no shelter from his scrutiny.
You speak as one who has forgotten his oath.
I speak as one who has endured years of hellish torment, where prayers falter and faith cannot be depended on. You sought my counsel, Sir Roland, and this is it. Trust no power beyond your own reasoning. Oaths and other binding virtues will be twisted to serve Dagon's purpose if you hold them zealously.
What you suggest is heresy.
To some, yes, but it may save you a lifetime of misery. Your father would have heeded this advice were he here. He understood the dangers our oaths could pose if they were carried out fanatically in a land of Daedric trickery.
Speak ill of me what you must, but do not defile my father's legacy.
Strong words coming from one who barely knew him, but I will heed your request and speak no more of it.
You were right about one thing, Oathbreaker.
And that is?
You won't be getting a knight's burial. Let's get out of here. If the gods have permitted his death, then let him die alone.
What is it?
Jakieś siszelki, coś? Jakaś skrzynia?
Be brief.
Okraść nie okradnę. Dobra. Dobra, F5.
I must apologize, Dovahkiin. I had not expected a Knight of the Rose to have fallen so far from grace. I thought his counsel would illuminate the road ahead, not obscure it. I'm glad you see it that way. Let him serve as an example of what might come of us should we lose faith.
Dobra, ale z Tio mamy wszystko załatwione chyba.
I had a thought this morning.
Czyż może niekoniecznie.
It desperately needs. There is no cure on the island. Well, I'm thinking maybe the knight from the beginning sent our princess on a fool's errand so that he could claim the throne without complication. All he'd need to do is overthrow the Mad King and disperse of the princess's sickly sister. There would be no one to stop him. A fair amount, but that's hardly unexpected. Any writer worth their craft plans for these sort of hiccups along the way. The first draft should be unrecognizable from the last, after all. It's just, now that I'm reevaluating from the top down, I'm starting to question the final chapter. I'm stuck on the ending, and more importantly, I'm no longer sure if it would be happy. I'm starting to see that. I just imagined a happy ending for the princess's journey. Something that, when my sister reads it, she'll be inspired to leave her parents and take part in an adventure of her own. But now, I don't know if that's the best. There's a very real possibility that we won't make it home. And if by some miracle a handful of us pull that off, I don't think we'll be better for it. The book is meant to mirror my own experience, and, well, it doesn't look like a happily ever after will be in a chapter in the story of Tio Aldo. That of a girl slowly realizing she was wrong a great many of things. I'm no adventurer, no great warrior or hero. I haven't a place among your crew. I set out to write a story my sister may never read, and because of it, I may never see her again. I should have stayed home. Sometimes, I wish life played out like a novel. That by the end, we'd all learn something about ourselves and life would go back to a better version of the way it was. But I guess that's why we have fiction, right? To distract us from the bitterness of reality.
Wiem, dlaczego ją lubię.
Listen, I'm sorry for getting off topic. I just have a lot to think about, I guess.
Idealne podejście. O, dobra. Katri, czy ty się odpalasz?
For Daedra.
Czy jeszcze nie?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Jeszcze nie.
Farewell.
Something you need? Perhaps another time. Divines be with you.
Ja bym spróbował z Deader próbować. Sam Zawoka. Halo?
Searching for something? As soon as I know what you're referring to, I'll be happy to oblige. Well, you asked for a spell to unsummon him, didn't you? I fail to see how this is a problem. Precisely what you asked for. A spell to unsummon Daedra. And do you believe everything you read? Look, I'll admit I was a little misleading with the details, but it was not without purpose. Do you honestly believe Zavok is under your control? Then why do you allow him on the ship? I'll tell you why Zavok is really here. Insurance. He isn't following you around to protect you. He's here to make sure you fulfill this destiny of theirs. He's here to ensure you don't leave. Yet not unheard of. Is that not why Zavok is in oblivion right now? To take vengeance on a deceptive Dremerer? Heed this warning. You aren't the only master Zavok serves. Oh, is there no way to make you understand? He preys on your ignorance. I'm only trying to open your eyes to his schemes. I still don't think it wise. All right, but only because it's you. Here's the tome to bring him back. Just consider what I said. Please.
Dałbym mu szansę. Nie do końca mu ufam, ale dałbym mu szansę. Dobra. Spell. Nie, to chyba, że... A, dobra.
Refined ebony, you oversized imbecile!
The advantage is mine.
Struggling will not
Call
save
out
you.
your name.
Zagadam, że mam mu pomóc.
Shut up, weakling!
W środku walki ciągnąłem.
Master, I thought I'd never see you again. I've been bashing into skulls of Erinkir's puppets for what felt like days. It's been legendary.
Dobrze się tam bawił.
Erinkir, curse his name once more. The slippery disgrace was ready for me. He propped up the throne with goons from every plane of oblivion. It took forever to cut my way through. Even when you summoned, I hadn't finished. Of course, I cannot...
Zabierz mnie tam, ja chcę zobaczyć tą wojnę.
But I need time to think up a plan. He'll be ready for my return, of that I have no doubt. I must have something prepared that he cannot predict.
Dobra, a czy ta Dedra coś miała przy sobie w ogóle? Karta demonów, z wielką chęcią. Dobra, poczekajmy do rana, może z kimś da się pogadać wtedy. O, i Zawokiem i Rolandem.
You have a grim look. I cannot deny that the tale of Sir Aldous of the Rose has troubled
Ale Kaszy, nie wiem, o co ci chodzi z tymi perkami, ja nic takiego nie mam.
that even the mightiest among us may lose their courage if they forsake their virtues. I don't know how long ago he lost his way, but I think it's safe to assume it's been some time since he deserved his knightly title. If the information I've gathered proves true. The wound he bears. the one which will soon claim his life. It was inflicted during a conflict with Naga bandits. A sub-race of Argonian. Tales of their criminal activities are widespread throughout the southeast region of Tamriel, even up to Cyrodiil. They have a formidable reputation as drug smugglers and caravan thieves. It's scum like them that a true knight would vanquish without pity. Alas, Sir Aldous sided with them and earned his wound fighting against the innocent. Wealth, power, I know not. But where one knight fails, another should have the strength to rise, shying neither from danger nor malicious intent. With your permission, my liege, I would like to destroy these bandits and set the deed right. Rumor has it that 2 villagers were robbed and murdered by these bandits, not a third managed to survive the attack. He resides on the eastern coast of the island. Speaking to him should set us on the right. It is not a matter of haste, but the sooner we lend ourselves to investigate, the better.
Where? Tutaj. Do Eliona. Do Elinoi? Chyba nie wiem, chyba tak się to odmienia.
Another night? Are you also in league with those savages? Have you come here to smite us in the name of greed and dominance?
No. I come to see that the misdeeds of my predecessor are countervailed with justice. That is all.
Your kindred spoke nobly at first, too. I hope you are truer and more valiant than he was. How can I assist? That I am? They attacked us while we were laying on the beach. I managed to kill one of them, but... not before they murdered my wife and housecarl.
Housecarla? Co ty jarnym jesteś, kurde, jakimś?
No. They saw me kill their ally and...
Tanem, przepraszam, nie, tfu. Tan ma Housecarla.
Cruel bastards, the lot of them! I would have pursued them. But... I grieved for my wife. And I could not bear to leave her side. Their kind crashed a pirate ship onto the island generations ago. Their natural lust for power and wealth drove them into conflict with our ancestors. And for it, they were banished to a nearby islet. By attacking us, they have violated an age-old treaty. Their punishment could not be severe enough. Thank you, stranger. The soul of my wife pleads for vengeance. Speak quickly.
If I know anything about these bandits, there'll be a lot of... I will need time to pray, and ask the divines for strength before we distribute justice. Of course, Dover, but I don't know what you expect to find. We already know everything we need to.
Did you see it? The dragon. This place is going to oblivion in a handbasket.
Dobra, małe. O. Mały rekonesans. Nigdy nie jest zły. Aczkolwiek mam wrażenie, że się pozbyliśmy tych bandytów z tego statku tam. Także jak coś to upsi. Miejmy nadzieję, że się odrespią po prostu. Dziwne znaki na nadgarstku. To jest Argonianin? Jakby inna raz, jakby troszeczkę inny Argonianin to był. Jakaś inna odmiana? Mogę tak to nazwać? A, w sumie uważam, muszę pogadać z Rolandem tutaj. Bo zobaczyłem, to może on coś doda od siebie.
Speak your piece. Interesting. Yet it changes nothing. They attacked innocent bystanders. Whether out of hunger or not makes little difference. The motive does not excuse the sin. Sure.
Ciekawe zbroję ma. Z Zawokiem miałem pogadać jeszcze w sumie. Pytanie, czy ja go przywołam, to czegoś nie zepsuję, ale... Lepiej będzie tak, niż kurde wyjść na statek z powrotem. Muszę iść na statek, żeby z nim pogadać. Szkoda. Jakieś ploty znowu tu idą? Nope. Co tam, Jade?
So what they're standing right there? You can still focus. Deep breaths. Come on, Jade, you've done this a million times. I am? Motherfetcher. I messed up, Dova. I tried crafting the incense from memory and, well, something went awry. I shouldn't have a care in the world right now, but I just feel anxious and my mind is stuck on something. The more I try to ignore it, the harder it gets to shut out. Nobody? What makes you think it's a person? Oh. On a completely unrelated note, would you mind leaving me alone for a bit? Ha! You wish. Good one, Jade. That ought to throw them off.
I przestań myśleć na głos.
Such grace.
Tu jest pokój T. Tu jest tego Sir Rolanda. Tu jest Katria. A gdzie Zawok? Dobra, do niej będzie kwiatek. Okej. Tu był tego pijaka. Tutaj jest moja kajuta. Tu jest... A gdzie jest Zawok? Iria ma na górze. Znaczy na górze. Tu jest od Irii. Co my Zawoka trzymamy pod pokładem? Dobra, chyba łatwiej będzie, jak po prostu wyjdę i go wezmę do drużyny. Gubię się na tym statku, oj gubię. Zamiast T, powiedzmy, weźmiemy Zawoka.
Greetings, Master. I've come up with a plan on how to defeat Erenkir. Curse's name is obligatory when mentioned. We'll go in together. I've been thinking about the last summoning, particularly how the Kindful Honor Guard came back with me. I suspect that the spell works on a radius-based calculation. If you're close enough to me when the spell begins, it should transport both of us. That's it. We go to Oblivion, crush anything that stands in our way, kill the traitor, and return.
Good plan.
I
Dobry plan. Podoba mi się.
be more complicated than that. I'd hate to disappoint him, but he does not expect you, Master. You, Slayer of Dragons and wielder of Akatosh's voice. Together, we will cut down every Kain he conjures. Sure.
Dobra, o, możemy iść, tylko ja sobie przebiorę raczej z łucznika na wojowniczkę. Mam wrażenie, że to będzie lepszy wybór. Dobra, dobra. Czy mam naładowany ten miecz? Chyba tak. A można go doładować.
I'm itching for a fight, Master. I've come up with a... If you're close enough to me when the spell begins... Excellent. Let's get started. You have to use the spell, Master.
Wiem.
Master, the spell. Tapping my heels together has proven ineffective.
Sorry, nie to.
Another head to add to my collection.
O. Kurde, nie zdążę tego chyba zaklipować.
Shut up, weakling! By destroying you! Son of a nerdling!
Pat, bo to jest zajebiste, jak jest dużo przeciwników wokół. Dobra, szykujcie się na szybki rozpierdol.
All desire to be broken.
Ah, well, nothing lasts forever, I suppose.
Dedra hard. Dobra, serce sobie pozbieramy, zawsze w cenie.
Yes! To death and glory!
Mogę do tego tu użyć.
I was promised a challenge.
Gdzie masz tego swojego kurde przeciwnika? Tu.
Quickly! He's this way!
Raz.
Zavik, you glorified churl. You needed the help of a mortal to claim your vengeance.
This mortal is more kind than you'll ever be, traitor!
Tell many times
Dobra, mam znowu ten, ale...
remind you of your place.
You're a disgrace to Lord Dagon!
Aż zajmij się nim. Chyba dasz sobie radę. To jest twój revenge, nie mój. No dajesz zabok. Masz swoją zemstę.
Where'd that come from? That just made my day.
Wait, I yield.
You feeling lucky, Fatalkine?
Nic nie mam przy sobie, ale słabo.
It's done, Master. For years I thought of nothing but this moment. And now it's all over.
Chwila, bo nie widzę, że nawet piknąłem. O.
You should have been a kind master. I'd have gladly pledged my blade to your clan for all eternity.
Ramon? Przecież tak to nie powinno działać, bo... się zrespić teraz obok tam znowu.
You have a grim look.
Musimy się wziąć myć chyba z tej krwi teraz.
I am ready to assault the lair of the bandits when you are, Dover. Aye. Onward, to glory and justice.
Wash and rinse. W sumie zaś da się napierdzielać, to w sumie trochę bez sensu, ale... Przynajmniej speech będzie lepszy. Halo? Zedło na chwilkę. O rany, rany, rany. Jestem. Sorka, sorka. Już. Gdzie to jest? To jest tu. A nie, to mnie tam chyba nie było nawet. A to git. No to w sumie mogę sobie jeszcze raz wypływać to w sumie. O. Zajebisty spell, jak jest dużo osób wokół. Jak jest tam 3 czy 4, to już tam kij, ale jak jest 5, 6, to już fajnie. To daleko na morzu oni się tu ustawili nawet z tym swoją kryjówką. To jak ja, żeby tak cały czas spływać.
Did you hear? Tell you what, this will go easier for us both if you don't bother fighting back.
Time you won't get so lucky.
To add to my collection. What you gonna do?
Curse you! Struggling will not save you!
Another
The
foe
vigil
returned to
shows no
dust.
mercy.
You are nothing!
Please have mercy. We meant no harm. No, that can't be right. We've had no involvement with the mainland for years. Whoever the attacker was, it wasn't us. You have to believe me.
Even as he cowers, he stumbles over his own lies. This trembling menace deserves no more
What
than a
if we
swift end.
stopped?
Even as he cowers, he stumbles over his own lies. This trembling menace deserves no more than a swift end. On what cause? You know the violence his faction is guilty of. You mustn't allow this cheat to sway you from the path of justice. That might be so. Are you sure? Very well. I respect your decision. Is there something you need?
No nie widzę żadnej opcji pod tytułem, kurde,
O.
rozwinięcie jakiejś umiejętności.
Chaos and destruction.
Okej, czyli standardowo.
Command, of course.
Something on your mind? Sure.
Of course.
State your business.
O! Teraz widzę tą opcję.
Sure. I'm always open to improvement. I look forward to it. I see. I look forward to it. I see. I look forward to it. I see. I'm glad that's sorted.
State your business. What did you have in mind, my liege? No. Yes, my liege. You've seen the murder scene. I think it's fairly evident his people were involved.
Seashell, jak najbardziej biorę. Okej. Żadnej skrzyni to nie macie z łupami? Jest jakaś skrzynka. Stalowa kusza z popielenia. Nie znam tego w sumie. Zaklęcia to wezmę. A i głęboka kieszeń od razu.
Oh, right.
Tego nie potrzebuję, to mogę ukryć. This. A i to na razie wszystko pokryję. No. I teraz mam jakiś dźwig. Przynajmniej. Okej, to do upewnienia się. Czy nikt nic nie ma jakiegoś questa jeszcze?
Good news, Master. Erenkir, curses named throughout the void, has been succeeded by a worthy leader. An old pupil of mine, to be exact. Looks as if my realm might finally restore its bygone glory. If only I could be there to witness it. Alas, I know that hope is folly. True. Still, such a fantasy lingers in my mind. I digress. Might I speak openly about you, Master? Before I was assigned to your side, I'll admit my view of mortals was somewhat prejudiced. I confess that much. But you have shifted my perspective, Master. I used to think mortals were all timid, peace-loving weaklings, but I see now it is not so simple. Some are just as mercilessly genocidal as us kind. I hope this newfound understanding will usher in a new age of dignity and respect between our people. Aye, that's what I respect about you, my lord. For the extinction of weaklings. Of course.
Something on your mind? Sure. Look, about that whole debacle in the cave. I want to go back, to finish what I started. And as before, I don't believe going alone would be prudent. I already made you aware of the danger that comes with such knowledge. These spirits already possess the advantage. I don't want to give them any more leverage than necessary. I suppose you're right. You already know more than I wanted, after all. It's probably advisable to let you in on the rest. The spirit who built that monument. She was my apprentice.
I nagle magicznie zjawiła się na tej wyspie razem z tobą.
I wasn't always a vigilant of Stendar. Long ago, I held a position of authority among the ranks of the Mythic Dawn. She served as my pupil. Was a Daedra worshipper, much to my shame. Time, experience, and regret have a way of changing the role we play in this world. I was the tongue of Dagon. My purpose was to direct personnel and cargo into waters dominated by the Daedric Lord's curse. I sent people to this very isle so they would perish in Dagon's...
Nie ma wiele. W ogóle nie spojrzałem na drugi czat. Teraz spojrzałem. Zapominam się spojrzeć czasami na ten drugi.
You said you believe in redemption. I'm not proud of who I used to be. That's why I joined the Vigilant. That's why I came here, to the resting place of my victims. If only to do right by their name. The last order I carried out for Dagon was to send my apprentice to him. A test of my loyalty. I adhered to his demand, but remorse soon weighed heavily on my soul. I gave up the dawn that very night and fled from my home on the coast of Hammerfell. The cave we were ambushed in, my apprentice cursed it. The halls are haunted by every soul I doomed to die by sending them here. I'm still not convinced I should have told you at all. She will use your understanding of my past to pit us against each other. Not yet. I want to go in with a clear mind. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Dobra, zróbmy sobie... No przecież... Zrobimy ten dzień. I jeszcze z Rolandem pogadam. Jeżeli nic nie będzie, to na statek się kopsniemy. No dobra. To mamy o czym pogadać.
I would like to revisit the scene of the murder, should time permit. I fear I may have acted too rashly, before enough evidence had been gathered. I asked the divines for confirmation, but so far they have been silent. All the signs of an average bandit raid were there. It's a case people like us have seen countless times. But I keep thinking about how unprepared the Naga were when we arrived, as though they did not expect violence. Maybe I'm peering too deeply into it, but a proper Knight of the Thorn would ensure the deed was just. I know what this would imply, but nothing is for certain yet. I simply wish to verify.
To się najpierw robi przed akcją, kurwa.
Thank you, Dovahkiin. I look forward to putting these concerns to rest.
Teraz cię wzięło na przeszukiwanie lepszych.
Something on your mind? I'm ready. The souls of my victims should not be made to suffer any longer. Yeah, let's. Take care.
My lord. Greet. Magic is a tool of a weak. Have you...
Dajcie mi czat, kurwa. No. Dobra, nic nowego. Oczywiście. Ja chyba za szybko klikam wszystko. Dobra, obczajemy tą scenę zbrodni jeszcze raz. Pójdziemy do tej jaskini z Katrią i na dzisiaj będzie koniec. To akurat powinno być 19 albo coś troszkę przed, ale... Ja się muszę do pracy zabrać. Jeszcze niestety muszę. Trzeba ten czerwiec jeszcze przeżyć jakoś. A potem już z górki. O, chciałbym pamiętać o tym zapisywaniu. Ale ja tutaj jestem tak kurde często, ja muszę myśleć o tym tłumaczeniu sobie tych rozmówek, że ja po prostu nie pamiętam o klikaniu tego F5. Dobra, daleko nie jesteśmy, tylko czy musicie jeszcze raz pogadać z Rolandem i z Katri.
What do you need? I would like... I asked the divines... Maybe I'm peering... I know what this would imply. Thank you, Dovahkiin. I look forward to putting these concerns to rest.
Something on your mind? Yeah, let's. Take care.
Dobra, F5. No i na scenę tutaj. Na scenę, na miejsce. Tylko trzeba przepłynąć, kurwa, znowu jeziorko. Tam jest jakaś jaskinia jeszcze. Przynajmniej tak myślę, ale to wygląda jak jaskinia. Tu jeszcze jakiś obóz jest. No, wolę tu nic nie zwiedzać samemu, bo ja widzę, że ciągle mnie tu gdzieś pchają w jakieś miejsca.
Were I not curious of your intent, I would slit your throats right here, scum. Tell me, why have you come to the resting place of our kin? He was one of the sailors on our fishing boat. He went missing months ago, as many have before him. We thought the sea had grown angry with us, and taken him to the eternal depths before his time. But what you land dwellers did to him is insufferable, shameful. No one deserves this. Not Naga, not land dweller, no one.
No to fajnie ominąłem ten obóz.
Safe travels.
Bad move.
Yes, kill them all, master.
Don't get away with that.
That could have been worse.
Evasion is futile.
O, wytrwali to. To są silni na miarę. Wytrwali, przetrwali.
My turn, mortal. No! Where'd that come from? Die already, bastard! Son of a nerdling! Pay for this. Yes, kill them all, master.
To the death.
Death is not far for you.
Kto tu jeszcze? Czemu wy się bijecie? Nie bijcie się, kurde.
Always the hard way.
Curse you!
Zajebiście, kuźwa.
You will collapse.
Dlaczego oni nas zaatakowali? Jeszcze ci się przez tą walkę musieli jeszcze sami pobić, no. Dobra, omijam tam tą wyspę w ogóle. Płynę na wprost. A co oni mieli za kurde zasięg wychwycenia? Zakładam, że pod wodą tu nic nie ma, no. Ciekawego. Co to jest? A, małże. Szkoda, że tu się nie respią muszelki z Legacy. To by tak idealnie pasował.
Land dweller, were I not curious of your intent, I would slit your throats right here, scum. Tell he was we thought that but what you land dwellers did to him is insufferable, shameful. No one does spare me your ignorance, land dweller. Our kind have been
No znowu.
Not once of your people cared. His wrists are worn thin from some kind of bond, and his physique. I don't know for certain what your people did. Of course not. Your crimes may not include this one, but they are many and unforgivable. There's no misunderstanding. The survivor told us who raided our camp. We'll show no mercy to their killers. To the depths with you!
No, teraz się mogę bić.
Time you won't get so lucky.
That's that.
A, jeszcze jakieś syszelki tutaj? A, są. Jeszcze raz z tymi. Za blisko dotękam tych bandytów tutaj. Stanowczo.
This ends now.
To i to. Przynajmniej teraz się nic nie zepsuło. O. A, nic nie mogę sobie rozwalić. No to trudno. Siszelki. Dlatego głównie kurwa lutuję właśnie przez te muszelki całe.
It is as I feared then. The situation is more complex than we first believed. We talk with the man who set us on this path. Either he or the Naga are lying. I want to know the truth.
Chyba to skoczmy jeszcze do tego gościa. To czemu ja nie widzę... A, dobra. Tutaj. Nie patrz.
What do you want?
Have you dealt with the Naga menace yet? And you believe them? Those savages are not to be trusted! On what authority do you accuse me of this? You've allowed those bandits to get inside your head, just as your predator. If you don't believe me, we have nothing more to discuss. How can I assist?
Nie musi nam tłumaczyć, sami się dowiemy. To czego mam szukać? Na pewno jakiś dziennik. O! O to.
Be brief. By the divines. This man is sick. It also appears his wife and housecarl were having an affair, which would stand to explain his motivation, but there's no mention of a Naga bandit anywhere.
Przycisk. Ho, ta chata jest większa niż się wydaje z zewnątrz.
By the gods.
Oho, no co to nie niezwykły ten. Wieśniak, kuźwa. A tu widzę, jak ktoś ma mocne zapędy.
State your business.
Nie ty, Katrin. Ty za chwilę.
Something you need? I want to be the one to do it. To drive my blade through this monster's heart. May the divine show neither pity nor mercy.
You're the traveler who fancies snooping around in old crypts,
About the assault on
aren't
the local
you?
skooma den?
Your
You
wife
again.
can finally be at peace.
You've done it then? She's been avenged. Ugh!
She has.
Nawet nie miał szelków, ale słabo.
Speak your piece. What?
Well then.
What have we done? An entire village of innocents murdered by our hand. All over a lie. And yet I should have. All it would have taken was a little more investigation. I was so eager to perform good acts in the name of the Thorn that I didn't stop.
Ciekawy jestem, czy ja bym mógł najpierw przeszukać jego dom i uniknąć wyplewienia całej tej wioski, tych gadów.
I've worked so hard to build. Even the divines could not forgive this ignorance. I'm not sure how to proceed. I wish it were that simple. I have committed a great crime. Not just to the Naga, but also the Thorn, my father, and my knighthood. There is no path forward where retribution can be avoided.
Got something to say?
Dobra, to teraz do Katri i kończymy na dzisiaj. Jeszcze ten dungeon sobie zrobimy. A ta jaskinia była wyżej, no tak. Zaraz, to nie było tu? Nie, to... Kuźwa, to nie ta jaskinia. Fuck. Pomyliłem się.
Open wide!
It was
The
an
vigil.
honorable
Oh,
duel.
well, nothing lasts forever, I suppose.
No tak, bo ja z góry zbiegałem do tej jaskini. Dobra, to miałoby sens. To czy ja dam radę? Och, chyba tak nie dam rady. Star Elinoa będzie najszybciej.
Oh, poor bastards.
happened?
Better off.
No, to jest dobra droga teraz.
Again, you step foot in my tomb. Will you not stay this time? I prepared a casket just for you.
I will rid you of this curse, apprentice. Your soul shall be laid to rest in a manner befitting the mercy of Stendar.
Oh, I see. Killing me once wasn't enough for you? Well, I'm waiting. Why do you throw around Stendar's name like you have claim to it? Let's not forget that you taught me the forbidden practice of Daedra worship. You are a greater adversary to your god than I could ever aspire to be. Who do you expect to convince of that? Yourself or your friends? Behold, a gathering of familiar faces.
Catching the murderer!
Still you persist. Do you not hear your victims? Are their cries not just?
Catching the liar! Spirits of my apprentice, release you from this living death!
Fool. You cannot be rid of us so easily.
I need all the time you can give me.
You've been misled. Katri is a murderer, a coward, and a liar. Kill her. Avenge the souls of her victims. Only then can they be laid to rest. Do you think she shares that same sentiment? If your roles were exchanged, she wouldn't hesitate to bury you alongside the rest of us. Arrogant fool!
Stendar has no mercy for the likes of you.
Give up while you still can. I'm going to put you down.
Co jest?
My lord, get up!
To mnie tak zwanshotowało. Okej, to tu się można postarać w końcu jakoś. No szlak, tylko jeszcze raz muszę tam biec.
Again, you step foot in my tomb. Will you not stay this time? I prepared a casket just for you.
I will rid you of this curse, apprentice. Your soul shall be laid to rest in a manner befitting the mercy of Stendar.
Oh, I see. Killing me once wasn't enough for you? Well...
Trzeba się przygotować do tego.
I'm waiting. Why do you throw around Stendar's name like you have claim to it? Let's not forget that you taught me the forbidden practice of Daedra worship. You are a greater adversary to your god than I could ever aspire to be.
I changed.
Who do you expect to convince of that? Yourself or your friends? Behold, a gathering of familiar faces.
Catching the murderer!
Dobra, dwie drenamory jeszcze do pomocy.
Catching the traitor! Catching the liar! Catching the traitor! Catching the torture! Catching the spy! Catching the deserter!
To mi niepotrzebne w sumie.
Catching the imposter! Catching the cheat! Catching the trickster!
Still you persist. Do you not hear your victims? Are their cries not just?
Spirits of my apprentice, I release you from this living death.
Fool! You cannot be rid of us so easily.
Dova, I need all the time you can give me.
You've been misled. Katri is a murderer. Kill her. Avenge us.
A nie?
Damn it, Dover! I told you not to listen!
Another foe returned to
well,
dust.
nothing lasts forever, I suppose.
Przecież nie słuchałem jej. A. Musiałem kliknąć, kurde.
You've been misled. Kill her. Avenge the souls of her victims. Only then can they be laid. Arrogant fool!
I don't plan on dying today.
I'm going
Filthy
O kuźwa, jak mi przyjebali.
Curse you!
I honor my lord by destroying you. My turn, mortal.
Dobra, to na chwilę ich przerazi i to będzie mieli spokój.
Oblivion calls out your name. You
Don't be
are
shy.
nothing.
All over now.
This ends now.
That's
all
all
enough.
takes care of
All
that.
over now.
Katri, kuźwa, pilnuj się, żebyś ty mi tu nie zginęła. Dobra, te duchy nic nie robią.
Oh, well, nothing lasts forever, I suppose.
No, but it's a start. By the cleansing light of Stendar, I release you from this living death. It's done. My apprentice, and all those she kept from passing into the next life. They're gone. If I had mentioned the true nature of this place, would you still have ventured out? I knew I couldn't confront my apprentice alone. The fewer my allies knew, the better. But now I see something overlooked before. Through silence, I traded one sin for another. I can make no effort to justify it. Now that my apprentice has been laid to rest, I'll give anything to rectify that mistake. Even my life, should there be a demand for it. I can't argue with that.
Okej. Nawet gis to wyszło. Ten spell na odpędzenie większych nieumarłych to jest naprawdę cudo przy takich akcjach. Bo nawet się na siebie nie fokusują, tylko uciekają, więc... Zacząłem bardzo doceniać tego spela. Pytanie, czy tylko po jednym questie, bo tak to było chyba wszystko już? Nie, jeszcze mamy tą bryn całą.
Yes?
Dobra, to zrobiliśmy na razie tyle, co mogliśmy i na dzisiaj kończę już w sumie. Prawie 19, więc akurat się ogarnę. Także dzięki, że byliście na streameczku dzisiaj i słyszymy się, mam nadzieję, jutro. Także trzymajcie się, na razie, życzę miłego wieczoru.